Hey Bearcat fans, welcome to another edition of This Week in Bearcat Athletics. Well, the Northwest Missouri State basketball team has clinched its fourth straight MIAA championship and remains unbeaten. And for the Northwest baseball team, a great start to the season. We'll have more on all that coming up on This Week in Bearcat Athletics.
The Bearcat men's basketball team wrapped up its fourth straight MIAA championship with a hard-fought win over Washburn Saturday. The Cats also beat Emporia State last week to help secure the title. Bearcat men's basketball coach Ben McCullum says he is always more impressed when a team can win the regular season title.
Well, it just shows the culture we've established 4 years in a row in any league. A regular season championship is extremely difficult because there's so many factors that go with that, whether it's injuries, bad calls, off nights, shooting, all those different things factor into that. And I think for college basketball, a regular season is every bit, if not more, impressive and more important than winning tournaments. Just because the tournament setting, you can get hot for 3, 4, 5, 6 games, whereas regular season, the best team for a 19-game schedule wins, and they win the championship. Whereas, the tournaments, who's playing well at the time. It's such a different sport than even like a football where usually the best team is going to win the national title a lot of times. Basketball is not like that. I think baseball is a lot like that, where it's best team doesn't always win, and that's why they play 7-game series in the pros.
As the only unbeaten team in Division II basketball, the Bearcats remain the unanimous top pick in this week's National Association of Basketball Coaches rankings. They will be on the road for the final time the regular season, with trips to Pittsburgh, Kansas Thursday and Joplin on Saturday. The Bearcat women's basketball team dropped a pair of games last week at Bearcat Arena. In Saturday's matchup against Washburn, the Cats were able to build a 13-point lead in the first half, led by 9 at the half, but were outscored 27-12 in the third quarter and ended up with a 10-point loss to Washburn. Northwest women's coach Buck Shields says Saturday's game showed that his team needs to be able to adjust to in-game differences.
Washburn came out and switched up their zone that second half and really extended things out to take away our shooters. And, we had to burn a timeout there to kind of get some things organized. And, I kind of feel by the time we got back into rhythm, we were just really fighting that uphill battle. One thing that we really lacked on Saturday, and we really lack overall, is just that ability to, penetrate, get to the paint, be able to pull that defensive end in both, man and zone, and you have to have that against a zone. And it seemed like Saturday we, settled a lot for some shots out on the perimeter and didn't really have much of a presence inside. And so, when you do that against teams, when they're running that 1-2-2 zone, they can just keep spreading out and making those making your perimeter shots that much more difficult.
The Northwest women will also play Pittsburgh State Thursday before heading to Joplin to face Missouri Southern Saturday. The Bearcat baseball team is off to its best start since 2004 when they opened the season 8-1 after they went 6-1 last week to open play this year. The only loss came in the final game of the 8-day, 7-game road swing when they dropped a 6-2 decision to Truman State in Arkadelphia, Arkansas. The Cats have been strong on the mound so far with a team ERA of 2.28, with Nico Pablo leading the way with a .77 ERA in 4 appearances and 11 2/3 innings pitched. The Cats are headed to Oklahoma for their first 6 games, including 3 at Oklahoma Christian and the start of MIAA play at Northeastern State in Tahlequah. The Northwest Missouri State indoor track and field teams were in Brookings, South Dakota last week as part of the South Dakota State Classic. The highlight of the weekend was Tim Grunmeyer and Derek Templeman, each hitting NCAA provisional qualifying times in the 800 meters. The Bearcats will head to Lincoln, Nebraska this weekend for their final action before the MIAA Championships, which take place in Joplin starting February 24th. The Northwest softball team split games on both Friday and Saturday last week to open the 2017 season, playing all of their games in Bentonville, Arkansas in the month of February. The team dropped its opener to Arkansas Tech before handling the University of Arkansas at Monticello Friday. Saturday, the team lost to Harding University 1-0, but beat Henderson State 1-0 to finish the first weekend. In the Henderson State game, the Reddies had a one-hitter, but that hit was a solo home run by Chantel Adams in the top of the 7th to get the Bearcats a win. This weekend, the Bearcats head back to Bentonville to face Southern Arkansas, University of Illinois Springfield, Ouachita Baptist, and Southern Nazarene University. That's This Week in Bearcat Athletics. For producer Andrew Sherry, I'm Matt Border.